I now give the floor to the delegate and representative of Asian Pacific Resource and Research Center for Women. You have the floor.
Chair and delegates, the Asian Pacific Resource and Research Center for Women is a regional partnership-based women's organization. We work to advance women and young people's sexual and reproductive health and rights in the Asia-Pacific region and the regions of the Global South. This statement is endorsed by 54 civil society partner organizations. We welcome the theme for the 49th CPD session, and to date, the ICPD POA is a key action document that takes a holistic approach to population development issues and sustainable development. It defines and recommends actions on the interrelationships of population development strategies, education, health, technology, research and development, population growth structures, migration, urbanization, environment partnerships, international cooperation in a rights-based approach. The full implementation of the ICPD POA is more than ever critical in the current times. Our recommendations. In the area of strengthening demographic evidence, we call upon states and the international community to uphold the political and the financial commitment to the full implementation of ICPD POA. Integrate human rights obligations, including the principles of equality, non-discrimination, gender equality and equity in the implementation of ICPD POA. Strengthen the demographic evidence base to support the monitoring of ICPD and the SDG Agenda 2030 through the establishment of the functional data systems such as the civil registration and vital statistics systems, census, household surveys at the national level. Further to this, take into account advances and innovations in information communication technologies. Put in place human rights-based data collection and safeguard processes that will address the human rights risks in collection, processing, analyzing, and dissemination of data. Ensure clear levels of data disaggregation in the review and monitoring of SRHR indicators. Ensure universal access to sexual and reproductive health information and services, including access to full range of contraceptive methods, safe abortion services, counseling, quality treatment, including empathetic and trained health service providers, and compulsory sexuality education for young people without stigma, discrimination, and violence. Address the intersectional issues of poverty, food and nutrition insecurity, internal and external migration, conflict, disasters, climate change, and counter religious extremisms to ensure universal access to SRHR for all. In the areas of methods of work of CPD, we call upon the states and the international community to ensure that the Commission continues to play a primary role in monitoring, review, and assessment of the implementation of the program of action of the ICPD, the key actions for its further implementation, and the outcomes of its review conferences, as well as the previous resolutions adopted by the CPD. Expand the Commission to include more member states, ensure a process whereby there is an alignment of themes of the CPD in line with the Agenda 2030 review theme at HLPF. This may call for a priority theme set forth in the multi-year program by the Council. Institutionalize a high-level ministerial segment during CPD sessions. Include in the CPD sessions a reporting mechanism where the member states present progress, gaps, challenges, and best practices on the priority theme. We call for a negotiated outcome document at every CPD with clear actions and recommendations. And finally, we call for the full active participation of civil society in all the processes related to the CPD, including submission of written oral statements and all other processes as experts, as keynote speakers in the national delegations, including participation in regional commissions. We thank you.